guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a wear test of the IT Cosmetics CC cream, that old school one they came out with forever ago. Tomorrow we will be doing the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. So this is going to be a 2-day wear test. At the end of this video I have a giveaway announcement. All of that information will be given at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around. So no more talking, let's get into it. I did happen to get a little sample, apparently recently. I can't remember what I got it in, but I got a little sample of the CC cream recently. So I figured, here we go, we'll test this out instead of having to go buy another one because they're expensive and I don't want to do that. So this is in the color medium. What I thought we could do that would also be fun is a full face using IT Cosmetics products. So I also have this little face disc. This is their Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc. And inside is a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. So I figured we would use that. I also have two of their concealers. So I have the Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminating Concealer and their Bye Bye Concealer Concealer. These are both in the color medium, so I figured we could test these out. And we're going to use the same products throughout the 2 days so we can really see if there's a big difference between the CC cream and the Bye Bye foundation. I'm not going to use a primer. Since these are supposed to be moisturizing anyway, there's no need for me to use a primer, I feel like. I'm also not going to set them. I want to see how they perform themselves, not how they perform with a powder. I can do that differently if you guys want me to test that out, but I want to see how these foundations themselves test without a ton of crap with them. I don't normally do this, but my hair is wet, so I need to get it out of my face. Let's crack this guy open. I don't really like these little foil packets. They're hard to open and hard to get the stuff out. So I guess let's read the claims on this guy. So delivers 7 products in 1, full coverage foundation, SPF 50 physical only sunscreen, brightening color corrector, anti-aging serum, pore minimizing primer, dark spot corrector, and a moisturizing day cream. So it says to use as your full coverage foundation, apply to clean skin once in the morning for all day coverage and flawless complexion perfection. Use fingertips to smooth evenly over entire face. Don't like using my fingers, but that's what it says to do, so that's what we're gonna do. Ignore my band-aided thumb. I cut myself the other day while I was cutting a lemon. It felt fantastic. Whoa! That like just flew out. All right, well, I guess let's just go in and dot this on my face. Oh, eyelash, hello. All right, I guess let's go in with our fingers. I will say one thing I really liked about this foundation is it looks really nice when you first put it on. It's just throughout the course of the day, I feel like it settles weird into my skin and I end up looking kind of cakey and dry. That's the one thing I didn't really appreciate with this foundation. But for the most part, like right when you put it on, it makes your skin look fantastic. I do have a couple of blemishes, so I'm hoping one of those concealers I will be able to use to just cover those bad boys up. Because this does cover redness really well, it just doesn't cover like the bumps. I do have some hyperpigmentation right here that it's not covering, but I actually don't mind that there. It looks not horrible. It's just a little bit of darkening from being in the sun a lot when I was a child. And I never wore sunscreen because I was a bad kid. It actually doesn't look super terrible. I remember medium being way more orange on me in the past. So maybe I got a little tanner or something and it worked. You do not need a lot of this. That covered my whole face. And I actually think it's a pretty good color match. Guys, they don't sell Bye Bye Concealer anymore at IT Cosmetics. That's really strange. I got this less than a year ago and it is not on their website anywhere. I can't even find it at a retailer. Well, then I feel like we shouldn't use this. So let's just go with the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination. This is super thick. Found a spot, the foundation didn't really blend on my nose. That was good looking. So you can tell the difference. Obviously this side is much more illuminated than this side. On camera, definitely looks like it's covering my dark circles. In real life, it doesn't really. I can still very much see them in my mirror. They are brighter, but they're definitely still there. And also, it says it doesn't crease. That's a bunch of baloney. It's creasing all up underneath my eye here. Alrighty, so that's that. I will say my skin at the moment looks pretty nice with this CC cream on. I'm gonna take the Bye Bye Concealer and I'm gonna put a little bit of that on some of my blemishes just to try to make them go away And I'm also gonna just use it as an eye primer. I have a little bit of stubble from my mustache, and the concealer totally just covered it. Now that foundation and concealer are on, I'm going to go in with my least favorite eyebrow pencil ever, the Brow Power. Okay, eyebrows done. Now we're gonna move on to the face. I've got my little face disc here, as they call it. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. That's usually what I would start with. And it's actually a nice color bronzer. I don't hate it. I have to say, I'm really enjoying the way this foundation is wearing on my T-zone. It looks really nice at the moment. That's where my pores are. My pores look pretty good right now. Itchy, itchy. Oh, that was not fun. I'm just going to take this bronzer shade and then I'm going to put that in my crease too. Now for my face, I'm going to take my blush brush and go in with this blush. There does seem to be some shimmer in here. Hopefully it's not like crazy glittery. Wow, that shit's pigmented. Holy cow. And it seems to be like a nice light natural color. Oh, that's really pretty. It has like a really pretty sheen. I like it. Oh no! My blush brush is breaking. Can you see the handle move like that? That sucks. Well, that's upsetting. Now we have highlighter. My face is actually kind of dewy at the moment from the foundation, but it doesn't hurt to add a little more glow. Let's glow it up. I'm not gonna take a lot, just a little. Just go in with that highlighter shade. And then I'm also going to put that shade on my lid. Okay, so I just curled my eyelashes and put on the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Finished product. I think it's looking pretty nice at the moment. We'll see kind of what happens throughout the day. I will be wearing this for as close to 8 hours as I can possibly get. So we'll kind of see how it lasts, especially on my oily skin, which is like right in the T-zone there. I'll check in with you a few times throughout the day. So I'll see you at the first check-in. Okay guys, first check-in here. It is about noon. It's 11:52. So the foundation's been on for an hour almost exactly actually. I think it went on right around 11 o'clock. So far so good, although I don't really expect much of a change in an hour. I don't feel like that's slipping off anywhere. It still feels like it's intact and whatnot. Skin pretty much looks the same as an hour ago. That's about that. I am going to go about my day. I will see you guys probably about 3 or 4 hours. I'll check in around 3 or 4 o'clock and just let you know how it's all going. See you then. It is 3:43, so it's almost been on for 5 hours. I did notice that it has oxidized a little bit. Not terribly, but it's definitely darker than when I put it on. I don't know how I didn't notice that at the hour check-in, but I got into my car to go somewhere and I noticed in the mirror that my face was darker than my neck. It's not horrendous though. I've had much worse foundations do this to me, so I'm okay with it. As far as that goes, that seems to be the only major complaint I have. Everything's holding up pretty good. I am oily as heck though. Got my blotting paper. Might as well try to blot. Want to make sure that none of the foundation comes off when I blot, because that is always a big concern of mine. Ooh-wee. Ugh. There is some foundation coming off. It's not a crazy amount, but there is some. I'm not that worried about it right now. Overall, the CC cream is actually holding up decently. It's not doing too bad. So I'll be back in maybe another 3 hours or so just to do my final check-in and let you know what I think. All right, guys, I am back. So this is the final check-in of the night. It is now 6:48. This has been on 8 hours almost, like just shy of 8 hours. And I am in oil slick. There is so much oil all over my face. I tried to dim the lights a little bit so you could see better exactly what my skin is looking like at the moment. And see, I mean, just look at my forehead right here. I'm oil city. For sure, like right on my nose, I can see it too, hardcore. And while I say this, let me just kind of press here, see if any foundation comes off on my hands. No, I actually don't see any foundation coming off on my hands. I just see oil coming off. That's good. I'm gonna take a blotting paper and show you guys all the fun, nice, gross stuff that's sitting on my face. That's always an attractive look. There is a little bit of foundation coming off. It's not crazy. It's not like all of it's coming off, but you can definitely see a little bit. But this is not gonna keep any sort of oils at bay. And it never claimed to, so I am not dissing it for that at all. All things considered, it still looks pretty good. Usually things cake horribly in my nose creases. And while there is a tiny bit of creasing and caking in there, it's nothing compared to what most foundations leave on me. and nothing compared to what that Wet n Wild did to my nose. So this is a winner in my book. So it did wear off on my nose. Not completely, but that almost makes it look worse because there's still some foundation just kind of straggling behind there. I think that could be from the blotting papers and all the oil that was coming through. So that's my oily skin. I chose not to use a primer. I chose not to use a setting powder, mainly because I wanted to see how this foundation itself stuck and worked. And so for oily skin, not terrific. It's not horrible, like looking at me, you have to get super close up to even notice that any of it's worn off. I can deal with that, especially since I didn't powder or use a primer. I'm sure I could fix both of those problems with those things. So, my thoughts on this guy, it works pretty well. Like I said, it oxidized just slightly throughout the day. It's a little bit darker than how it went on, but I mean, all in all, it stayed pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with that. So that's my thoughts on the CC cream. Didn't hold up too bad. Looks pretty good, and it gave the skin a nice finish, especially right when I applied it. So that's that. That's the CC cream. When you guys see me next, it will be tomorrow, for me anyway. And we'll be testing out the Bye Bye foundation. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. For the CC cream, I had the color medium, as you saw. I have the color light for the Bye Bye foundation, and it definitely looks like it's going to match my skin tone a bit better. Hopefully, as the day goes on, I don't get a little darker like I did with the CC cream. Let's read the claims about the Bye Bye foundation and see how they differ from the claims of the CC cream. So it's supposed to improve the look of skin concerns, including redness, pores, dark spots, breakouts, lines, and wrinkles, all while protecting your skin with SPF 50 physical sunscreen, same as the CC cream. We used our fingers for the CC cream. Let's use our fingers for the Bye Bye foundation. I do not have primer on. I did not use a primer with the CC cream, as you saw, so I'm not using a primer with this either. So start at the center of the face. So I'm gonna just dot it on here. Okay, so it is covering my redness on my cheeks. Doesn't seem to be going on as smoothly as the CC cream did though. It's almost a little patchy in some areas. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but in person, it definitely matches my neck better than the other one did. It actually covered quite nicely. I'm pretty sure I feel like everything is covered. I'm not seeing any redness or even some blemishes. It has darkened a teeny tiny bit since I put it on. It's not horrible. It's just turned a little more pink. I still have a decent amount on my hand too, so a little bit goes a long way with this. I'm still going to use those same products I used yesterday, the Vitality Face Disc and the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination and the Superhero. So I'll just go finish all that up and I'll check in with you guys, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. Right now it's 11:20 a.m. There's a kid barking outside. Not a dog, a kid. So I will check in with you guys sometime around 12:30. See you then. Hey guys, here's the first check-in. I figured I'd do it in natural light so I don't have to go back into the filming area. But so far I've noticed this oxidized like a mofo. It's gone to definitely a medium color. This is no longer their light. It's a little pink, much more pink than I anticipated it being because it does not look pink in the tube, but it definitely is more pink than what my natural skin tone is. It's not super noticeable, so I'm not gonna go in and blend everything down my neck because I just don't think that it's necessary. It matches decently enough that I'm not worried about it, so whatever on there. But everything seems to be staying pretty well. But nose creases are always present for me. And it's not god-awful. I've seen worse. It's creasing in this smile line right here. This does kind of come off pretty easy if you're messing with it, so just make sure you don't touch your face a lot. Although that could be because I didn't set my face, so that's also a thing. I don't feel overly oily or anything like that at this point. Actually, everything seems to be feeling pretty good. Surprisingly, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a ton of foundation, even though it covered decently. So far, so good. Doesn't look terrible to me. I will check in again, probably not until maybe about 7 or 8 at night, but I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, it is officially 8:40. This foundation has been on for 9.5 hours. I'm feeling greasy, so let's go in and take a look and see what's going on here. Oh, there's like mascara all over my face. That's fun. It's worn off my chin right here. I don't know if I was touching here. That would be the only thing that makes sense. It's looking real cakey around my mouth over here. I get kind of these little dry areas on the sides of my mouth, and it is definitely cakey there and has slightly worn off in the corner. It has also slightly worn off right here and like kind of around. That is most likely from dinner. Ooh. It has broke apart right here on my forehead, and I do not remember touching my face there. Let's test the oiliness. Got my blotting sheets. I have not blotted at all today, and yep, there's foundation on that guy. Nose creases look about the same as they always do with any foundation, so nothing really new to report there. Foundation stayed pretty well on my nose, just like a little spot right here where it started to kind of wear off and break through. And it's looking rough down here. It's gripping onto anything it can in this area, so I don't know what the deal is over here. Overall, it doesn't look terrible. From a distance, it looks perfectly fine and well put together. It's just up close when you get in, that's when you start to notice these things. So as long as you set really well, I think this could be really good for you. My blush and bronzer and highlighter are still there, which means it does have some lasting power. Their claim that it doesn't crease or crack throughout the day, it's not the worst I've ever seen. Honestly, it's on the better end of the creasing. I'm not going to say that that claim is 100% true though. You may experience some creasing. Not the best foundation in the world, but also definitely not the worst. It's pretty middle of the road. I actually enjoy the way that it feels on my skin. I don't feel like I have a ton of foundation on, and I appreciate that because I cannot stand having that feeling. The only thing that bothers me about these IT Cosmetics products is they're expensive.
If you guys already have the CC cream, do not bother getting the Bye Bye foundation. It's the same.
Okay, on to the information that everybody is dying to hear, I hope. Once I reach 200 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This giveaway will include makeup products, different brands. There's not one specific brand, obviously. And a couple videos after this, once we're starting to get a little bit closer to the 200, I will show you the products that I will be giving away for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted when I do upload, so you can keep track of that. But to be entered for the giveaway, you need to be a subscriber of my channel, obviously, and also follow me on Facebook at Jen K Beauty, Instagram at Jen K Beauty, and Twitter at Jen K Beauty. I will also keep that information in the description box. Go ahead with links to them as well, so you can just follow the links there. And I will be cross-referencing, so make sure that you are a subscriber, you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then you are entered to win once I reach 200 subscribers. And as soon as I reach 200, I am drawing that name. It will be chosen at random. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this 2-day wear test and testing these two products out. Don't forget to like this video before you go if you did enjoy it. I'll see you guys in my next one.